Owner of binding is unknown. Well, the script is certainly out. Oops, that was too far. Oh, that doesn't help. That doesn't help. Although it might be the only one. So let's try it anyway. You could still see what it is, I guess, by printing to this pointer. Compare it with the binding pointer that we had created. Let's do get value as well. And then some debug output about what goes on in here. No, we had a viewer for a while, I think. But hello, Poise Bunny. I'm just adding a lot of debug output. TO plays 29, hello. What's up? Yeah, well. Debugging. Oh, I should use demangle name. That was a lot smarter. Yeah, now we get to see that it is a binding anyway, so maybe I should not do this. But check if demangle name equals binding. See, that's a character const pointer. So let's do that. Or even combine them. Nah, forget it. Oops. Still want to print this though. Out DC notice. So the problem here is clearly that 114 is too large. Scrolling up until I see 113. It doesn't happen. Okay, yeah, whatever. I have to write it to a file. Okay, what do we have? This is the brute force, so calling next instead of randomize. And that begins with an empty pipeline. That is, it always has 3 stages, but everything else is empty. And then I change the little thing. Now this is no longer empty, but it has one descriptor set layout. The descriptor set layout, however, has no bindings. The next step, we have the descriptor set layout now has bindings, and well, a single binding. And that thing has a value of 32, which is definitely not good. Moreover, all the debug output that I just wrote, oh wait, there is something here, but that's about it. That is about it. Is my mic turned off or something? No, it's not. Yeah, why is it 32? Let me hide the number of views again because it's distracting me. Okay, a small window that I put over that number. So, yeah, I don't know. This is very weird. Well, I guess I'll have to debug this. Just debug the. It's almost starts at the beginning, and this is a constructor. See what happens in the debugger. Not again. This is very annoying. I mean, I'm okay with downloading something, but it doesn't seem to happen anything in terms of bandwidth or anything. It's not downloading. Canceling download. Okay, Control C works. Huh? We stopped in binding. Constructor. So I have this pointer, if I print this pointer, then we see that the index is 114. Here's an index. Okay, is that what I need? No, I need that base class as a value, and the value is 32. Okay, why? Random uninitialized value, I guess. Because I just need to call reset on it. And that doesn't happen because kind of strange. I mean, yesterday this was derived from just interval. And that worked. So then what is the difference between those two? Okay, we had a begin, end, and then we call reset. Depending on the type, call either that or that one. Which initialize the distribution, initialize the begin and end. And now? Now I was so smart to delete the constructor completely. Oh, it's pretty stupid. The reason I deleted it, I think, is because I just need a default constructor now. And I thought, well, the default constructor should do, but it's not true. I need a constructor that calls reset. Totally. How can calling reset crash me? Pure verbal method. Oh boy. Yeah, okay. Same error as yesterday. Cannot call reset. I have to call reset from the derived class. Because getSorted begin is a virtual function. And that one also. So it was actually good, but anything that is derived from for example this one, which we had yesterday, must call reset. And that we're not doing that for binding. Do I need a reset here? I might as well add the randomize thing that I just saw. I could call randomize on binding. Yeah, I guess it doesn't hurt to first call reset and then randomize, so let me try it like this. Oh, Post Bunny, you were first. No, you were first in chat. Oh, I'm confused. Okay, anyway. Now we have a lot more calls here. Binding is called, which then calls reset. Yay, which calls getSorted begin. Which says the beginning is 0 and the end is 3. Which is because we have only one descriptor layout and therefore it can use the full range. We said begin to 0, end to 3 and the value to 0. At that moment, therefore, binding equals 0, and that's what it should be. Great. So then we increment this stage flags bit set here is 1, and then we go to 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, after which it goes back to 1, and this -1 goes to 1. So now ignoring the stage flags, we just look at the descriptor count, that goes from 1 to 7, and then from 7 back to -1. Those are the only 3 possible values. And at that moment, well, when we go from 7 to -1, the descriptor type goes from 0 to 1. So now we scroll until this changes again. There's it 1. See the 1, 7 there, and now here's -1. So now we go back to 0. Okay. So the binding now went to 1 at this point. And now we begin over. So this runs up till 1, 1, 1, and then this goes to 1, to 7, this goes to 1, and then we do everything again until this goes to 0 again, and then binding goes to 2. So might as well scroll down until that happens. Yep, 2. 3 was the end, so we should not see a binding equals 3. Let's see what happens there. Bang. Okay, now this is 1, 1, 1, 7 and 1, all the maximum values. We try to increment it. That goes back to 0, 0, 1, this goes back to -1, this goes back to 0, and this one is incremented. That is, we call next on it, but 3 is not allowed. So what do we do? The next step is, I think, increasing the size of this vector. I'm seeing indeed 2 times the constructor of binding. The first one calls reset 0 and sorted end is 2. No, the end is 2. Why? Because it knows that there is another one that is following it. So this cannot be larger than 1. And then there is just one value left for 2 after that. And this one has a value 0. So we return 1. It gets the value of the previous previous binding, which is 0. Turns 1 larger, and the end is now 3. That's perfectly okay. That means that this one runs from 0 or 1, and this one is larger than that one, and the maximum value is 2. So if we only look at this and scroll down until it changes, we're gonna go from 0, 1 to 0, 2. Yep, there it happens. Okay, this is again 1, 1, 1, 7, 1, and then everything resets, and this one goes to 2. And then the next one would be 1 here, and again 2 here, because it may not be smaller than that. So we should get, the next one is 1, 2. Still 0, 2. What happens? That's not 1, 2. Turn back to 0, 1. Damn. We call next, the value of 2 goes to 3, which is not allowed. We call reset on that same thing, which gets the then, why do we call reset on that thing? It's too early. Yeah, that gives it by calling reset, we get a new starting value. What is it? Get sorted begin is 1. Again? So it's again going to run from 1 to 3. So we had 0, 1, and then we get 0, 2, and now it's going to do that again. Yeah, but that's not correct. What should have happened is that we do not call reset here, but we return false from next, which then should have been resulted in the calling next on this binding. I'm only seeing one next. That is not correct. So is that true that now we get in an infinite loop? 0, 2 again. Yeah, what? It's again, right? Yep, 0, 1, and then again 0, 2, and then again 0, 1. It never gets larger than 2. The number of script set layout bindings. Now, find that back in the code, I would say. So we call next on binding, which is in this base class, which is this function, which increments the value that printed it to. We go from 2 to 3, and that should have returned, well, I think that end was 3, so that returns false. And then it depends on where this next was called from. I think I'm gonna put a breakpoint here or something. I think we got here once before. Yeah, let me just try to follow this in the debugger. List binding next. So let's set a breakpoint on 70 here, and then with the condition that m value well, I don't know, let me just run it. M value index. So the condition for breakpoint 1 is that m value dot m index equals 3. Continue. So now we detect this point, but that is with just one script set layout binding. And it worked at this point. We created 2 of them, so I'm going to do continue. And now we are at the end of having 2 of them. Yeah, we have 1, 1, 1, 7, 1, 2. We have 2 of them. And now we should call next on this binding. And that didn't happen. So you can step through it. Next. I'm going to do step, I think. I will do next. I'll leave this function. No, maybe it will work. Next. See, I don't like that. Okay, so capital I here equals 1. That means that we are working with the second member, which is not binding. That would be that one, descriptor type. What? Should have stepped. Because I have no idea where we came from. This is not even a next call, it's a next underscore. Bloody debugger. It's so bad. Run from the beginning. Yes. Continue. Step. What? Is this compiled with optimization? Oh, I think that's a problem. Yeah, I'm having this. I'm having optimization on. That's not working well with debuggers. Okay, let's use debug. Now I have to set a breakpoint again. Stab binding next. It's kind of annoying that it doesn't remember that. Oh, I thought it was a different value. Break 70? Okay, I guess. Condition 1 m value dot m index equals 3. Run. Continue. Okay, now we're back. Maybe now I can do next. Nah, I'm gonna do step anyway. So that's better. Now it actually steps into this operator less than. So we can see what the value of end is. It should be 3. Yep. And this is also 3. Because we just incremented it. So this definitely returns false. That's the call to next that we did. That simply sets success to false. I'm going to look at this code in a different tab. File, new tab, YouTube, VI. Okay, so we were here. We failed to increment it. I want to know what I is. I should be 0. Yeah, that's 0. And this function is the next of generated. So what it's going to do success is false. Const expression I is larger than 0. It is not, so we're just going to return false. Which then returns, I think, here on this one, and then return. No, it is not. I don't know. Let's try it. Next. Success, no. Return false. Step, I guess. Success in another function. 100. If I is larger than 0, that's strange. It's suddenly larger than 0. I guess we went back from 0 to 1, yeah. Okay, success is also false in this case. Where are we now? 100, yeah. Success should be false. That's the return value of this one. Aha. Yeah, we're going back over all the so we were binding failed, then it goes back to this one, and that returns failed, that returns failed, and that returns failed. So we go, I is going to go up from 0, 1, 2 to 3. Where are we? Next. To successive false. Step, just to be sure. Now I is 2. Step, step, step. Now I is 3. Step, step, step. Now we are here. So this failed. Several times, I guess. Or not. No, this is a container iterator. Yeah, this is yeah, we run in reverse over all elements of this container, so that we are at the last one now. So that IT should be equal to our begin before we increment this. I hesitate to print this though. Just gonna assume, okay, where IT equals the last element and then we increment it, going in reverse. So now we go to the first element, which still has a binding value of 0. And that should not be equal to end, so we should then call next on the next element, which is the first binding. Well, maybe not the first binding, but whatever is in this container. Maybe we can print the type of that container though. The script set layout binding. So I think we're now pointing to this element here. And it has a value of 3. Which is not allowed, but we set it to that and then we did return. Yeah, that's the binding, right? The binding. Binding. This is then the first element, which has also a binding, which has a value of, where's my value? Value of 0 still. But it looks good. Frame. Next, I think. And now we do step. Well, it's gonna compare it with end. God knows what that's gonna do. Current, base, current, temp is current. Oh, I know. Decrement, return. Next step. Okay, I got here for some reason. Now this is next. Yeah, this is next. And this pointer is 67B10. It's not convincing. It's generated. I don't know. Print this. Oh, okay. We can recognize it by this value though. So this is the reference. This is a reference to the binding. I'll highlight it. And now you can see that it's the first one. So now we call next on the first element of this vector here, and then normal arguments -1. Oh, okay, I'm just an idiot. So it did work. Yeah, it did work. Can I still get that back from the... No, probably too much. Yeah, what happens is that this one fails and it does not increment that. It increments that. So this one went to 0, 1, 0. Then that is still 0, and this one still has to go from 1 to 2. So the repeat was not an infinite loop, I just didn't see that this one changed. Hello Lil Deke, how are you, man? And everyone else that I missed. Which is a good thing, that means that I am concentrating. 001. Yeah, okay, I was just an idiot. So I think it works. I'm so certain actually that I just leave the debugger. Let me run this again here. Stop it. Look at troop. Okay, we go from 002. Well, let's go to the very top. Sorry. Escape on G. I'm gonna scroll down until I see. Okay, -1, 1, 7. No declaration turns. Descriptor type turns into 1, and that then turns again into 0 at some point here. Now the binding is 1. Okay, you can just scroll until the binding is no longer 1. Oh, the binding goes to 2. Okay, scroll until it's no longer 2 then. There we are. Now we have 2 descriptor layout bindings. And then we have 0, 1, which goes to 0, 2. Yep, and that goes to 0, 1 again, indeed. And I just was an idiot. Yeah. Okay, let's look at this again. What happened is that this 1, 1, 1 went to 0, 0, 1. 7 went back to -1. 1 went back to 0. 2 went back to 1. Not really an idiot then, because I think that this 0, 0, 1 should have gone to 0, 1, 0. And it didn't. It didn't. Did not change. Did not change. This line did not change. What on earth? I left the debugger too soon. So I'm now at this pointer, which is again degenerated. I didn't print it, but maybe it's reproducible anyway. I don't know. Yeah, there it is. That was the end of my scroll back. Ah well, I'm gonna. Oops, you see, it is highlighted here. That was just before I left, so we are at the same place now. I just believe that. So now we call next on 3, which is status state flags. Now why the hell does that not go from 001 to 010? Now why am I looking at the success equals true? Hey then. I'm trying to debug this problem. I don't get it. I'm a bit scared to do the next step. I don't understand this. Oh, this is just a default. Okay, so yeah, but where are you now then? This is for function. This is next function. Okay, so we just call this next here for the next member. And then we saw this line. And this is just a const expression, arguments are not 0. And it's not a container. So now we are here. Calling next on that third member. Definitely a step then. Tuple helper. Now I am inside bitmask. Sorry, inside wherever you are. Shader state flags, I guess, yeah. And the current bitmask is 1. I believe that to be an index. Nobody knows what it is. Maybe it is an unsigned int. I think incrementing bit mask sounds like a bit set mask. So we're going to from 1 to 2, which is what I wanted. Next. Now it is 2. And somehow that doesn't survive or something. So this should return, test should return false, so with the not in front of it, this should return true. So let's do step, because I'm afraid to do next with this stupid debugger. And then success is still false, because we did not go to line 92. Still true, I said, right? Now we print members. Can I print like that? Doubt it. No. I want to print this. Maybe if we go up, generate it. Iterator maybe. Stupid debugger. Yeah, I needed white. Yes, true. Okay, we're gonna return true. Now we get here. So this next return true, that looks about right, so we'll leave it, and iterators on equal end, so if I do next, then success is still true. And then we do equal reset on everything, going the other way. Yeah, so that's going to call reset on the second binding, and that is currently set at 3. So it goes to 1 now. Well, that's correct. Should have stepped into that. Maybe I could have seen what the value was from this thing here. Yeah. And now again. No, we're done, yeah. Success is true, I thought. Return true. Return true. That was also in the vector. I guess success is still true here. To be true until the very end. This is just an vector of the single thing. Turn true, turn true, still true. True all the way back to main. Okay, now I'm confused. 23. Now where's this output? Why would it be 23 after returning from next? We return true from this next here, so we should go to the top. We're at this thing here. Well, no. Well, that's doing next. I don't see any debug output here. No, this is just GDB in a terminal. What does an editor and a debugger have to do with each other? Let's hope we can print pipeline. Oh, well, I could print it, but did it help? Now I just need 2 bindings, so let's highlight them. Binding. Binding width, binding slots. You know what? Set print static off. Print the thing again. That didn't help. I have M stage here. I think I need to go to this last stage. Let's highlight stages. 1, 2, 3 stages. Stage flag, stage flags, stage flags, stage flags, stage flags, stage flags. Okay, so this is the last stage. Yeah, the previous stages are completely empty. The last stage, and then that one has... Oh yeah, the number of declarations. Oh yeah, clearly. These are not initialized for some reason. Well, they would be first initialized when next is being called. So I guess that's not absolute or not necessarily a bug or something like that. I'm gonna highlight this. Script to set layout binding. I don't think I can follow it. No, I didn't. Combining. I don't get it at all. Okay, we get it. It's too much output. God. It just wanted to show me 23. And now we are at 17. Yeah, no, you do go to the top. And now we print the pipeline again. And then this should be 2, and it isn't. Why? Yeah, this is hell not debugging. I mean, the only thing I know is that I saw it go from 1 to 2. Everything looks okay. And then we print it and it's still 1. Why? I should have printed the address. I wanted to set a watch point. I didn't. But at the very least I should have printed the address. So I could check if that address still contains 2. Or that I changed to 1. I don't want to repeat this debugging session. So now I'll have to figure out how to speed that up. At the very least I can print, let's say every time I print this, I also print a memory location. Let's work with this pointer of the shader stage flags. Maybe reset was called at the moment that we don't want it. Yeah, so I was here in the debugger and then I saw that it went from 1 to 2. I'm going to print it out. So, and bit mask is T of the bit set, which is U on all that. Bit set at void pointer and bit mask. So now I have the address and the value after incrementing. And then yeah, I suppose the reset is being called on it. I don't even have to print the address here. If I see that at this pointer is the same, then that's what happens. Yeah, no, that gives me a line offset, so we have to find back that point again. How do we find that back? Lots of scrolling. And I'm looking for binding is 0, binding is 1, binding is 2, binding is 2 bindings, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 2, and we're again 0, 1. So this is it here, this point. Huh? Eight. Oh yeah, this one. So we increment the 7 to 8. That fails. That's why it fails. No, that's one of the reasons it fails. This fails, so that's just one line, and then we increment that one. Also fails, also fails. We get here, that's printing this output. Also fails, then we print next on the next shader flex. That will be this one. That address is not correct. Totally different address. See, this one corresponds. That address is where we call next on. But this one is a different address. So we're not incrementing the correct thing. So that now goes to 2. And then we do call reset on it. Wait, oh no, that's on the first one. So the bind, finished. Yeah, let me just highlight it. It's not changed anymore after that. But it's the wrong one, and this one doesn't get changed. So we just print 1 again. It wasn't changed. So we are calling the next on the wrong object. Why? No, here you can see how it goes wrong. Well, I don't see it yet, I have to admit, but that's all the debug output there is. Reset is being called on that address. This is the point where we go from a single descriptor set layout binding to 2 descriptor set layout bindings. We call reset on the one that we are incrementing later on. But here you see that other address. So between here and there, we introduce a new shader stage flags thing. I should have printed a constructor as well. Probably being constructed somewhere here. Let's see, we'll understand what happens here. Next being called, bit mask now 8. Let's go to 3, also wrong. Binding is constructed. Second binding is constructed. This one says calls reset. Begin is 0 and is 2. That's correct. And this one says begin is 1, yeah, and then the end is 3, all correct. And somewhere halfway we have a shader stage flags at that address. Looks like a stack address. Well, who cares? No, it's not a stack address. I don't know. What is 055? Either stack or heap, I don't know. I forgot. Should be heap, I think. It's probably inside some vector. But okay. No, this is why people don't like C++. Normally I don't run into this kind of thing, I have to admit. Because, yeah, I don't know why, but normally I do not suffer from it. But maybe I did something really bad in this code. I kind of did. I'm having a tuple with references to, yeah, with references to elements of vectors. Seriously. So then the vector is being resized or anything, then, or changed, then the reference is pointing to uninitialized memory or old memory. I think that's what is happening here. But especially since we increase that vector, of course. Is this then not the same ones here? No, it's not. But it did get changed. So we have a vector with a single descriptor set layout binding, which contains a member, address, blah. That that vector is then incremented, resized, reconstructed actually, completely reconstructed. And then we end up with this, and that reference is not updated. Why not? Stage flags is a data address, but it is part of a descriptor set layout binding, which is element of a vector, which is element of a descriptor set layout, which is element of another vector, which is element of a pipeline layout. Yeah, I'm not even using randomize at the moment to say that this looks wrong. So in this next here, this is just a random next, well, pipeline layout, not really random, but still. I'm just creating a completely new vector. But that one does have default constructor descriptor set layouts. This is nonsense. What the hell? It should work. So the pipeline layout itself has a base class with a tuple with a reference to a vector, and well, this vector as a member of this object. So we store a reference to this vector, but that's this vector, right? I mean, a variable here. So if I assign a new value to it, the reference still is correct. I'm just assigning a new vector. The reference to the vector itself is still this thing is still at the same address. So that should be okay. I don't see a problem here. Then we have, apart from resize, we have, of course, well, like we just saw, constructing standard vector. That's utils, CWDS. Just these are local vectors, so I should have a look at those maybe. So here we have one that's just a member. Again, same thing as here. Reference to this member. No, just the only one was there's an assignment. I just looked at that one. Man, I can't type. Yeah, this seemed to work. Let's concentrate on the code that not works, and then if we find the bug in it, maybe fix this as well then, if there's also the same bug. So that would be just this. Maybe it's just in place here. I'm doing it in place into this vector here. And well, that might resize the vector and therefore move the elements. So these elements might be moved in memory. And they themselves cannot be moved because they are derived from generated, which has a lot of references. So it's not allowed. We cannot allow that this vector is resized afterwards. Maybe if I give it the correct size immediately. Do I have a default constructor? I don't have a default constructor. See, that is the problem. Oh, no, not like that, of course. I can reserve it. Is it called reserve? To avoid that this in place back moves the elements. I don't know, it's called reserve. It's horrible but true. Yeah. Hello, programmer number 1. Yeah, that might fix it. So I do a reserve, therefore this in place back will no longer move the elements, and then the move is also not. Try this. What am I looking for? Just go to the top. Now do this again. Binding 0, binding 1, binding 1, binding 2. Going to 2 of them. 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 2, 0, 2, 0, 2. There we are. 02 to 01. Yes, that fixed it. The reserve was a problem. So now it's 01. See, now you see here that the address where we changed it from 1 to 2 is also the one that's being printed. So the problem was that the M-place back moved stuff in memory. But I think it's safe enough to use the reserve, and then it should just work. So now we have 01, and then we get 02 again, and then we get 01 again. Scroll up here. And then the bit set goes to 3. Oh yeah, and so on and so on and so on. So I think, well, I don't think I can let it run till the end, right? It's just too many. How many outputs do I have? I could set number of stages to 1, and then I think it's doable. Then how much output do I get? Let's try to calculate it. So with one stage, so the number of states in one stage. Yeah, the number of possibilities in one sharing module was 55,000, so no, 5,509. Times the number of pipeline layouts states then. So 5509 times and that's just the number of the script set layouts to the power 3, I think. Do I have 4 of them? I have 4 of them, right? Yeah, it's a lot. That is a lot. And these are independent, and these are still independent, yet independent, and this one is do, and this one is then sorted binding with 4 values. So we have again, well, I'll have to print that separately, I'm afraid. 1 for nothing, plus, if we have 1 of these, then we have 4 of those. That doesn't work. Well, I can do 1 plus something, which is what we're going to do, 7 times 3 times 2 times 4 plus yeah, it's a good question. I think 6, I think. Count as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. Plus, now we get 3, just 4 again, plus 1. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And then you get yeah, I think 5509 times that value. It's doable, is it? Just 3 million. Well, I have not been less sure about anything in a long time, but that's my prediction. Okay, so then we have to edit. I have to edit the number of stages. Let's set that to 1. There was a compile error. Is that CPP then? Nope. Let's find a compile error. There. Doesn't look good. I think I made a mistake because this should have been finished already actually. Well, not finished, but the shader model is still empty. So this is way larger than 600 something. I think I calculated it for one of these things. Oh, right, yeah, that's not good. Calculated for just one of them, and we have either 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4 of them. Horrible. So actually it's 0, and then one of them, and then 2 of them, they are independent. Or 3 of them. Or 4 of them. Too big, too big. Yeah, and then times 5,509. So that's never ever going to finish. Also not. Still not really. It's all too much, too much. Yeah, what it should do is have the whole declaration thing empty, but then still you have this many possibilities before it finishes. Unfortunate, we cannot count it. Well, I'm pretty sure it works. What I can do, of course, is just get rid of these things. I mean, these are not used at all, right? It's just a huge factor. What about I get just rid of them temporarily? Just test the binding. Although I don't really think it's needed. It just works already. Let's turn off the debug output. Remove the debug output. Sure. ISUS. It's quite big. Well, first question, are you using Linux? ISUS. I think ISUS left us. Still stuff here. Still more stuff. BCA. Hello. Set and begin to. Good night. Let's comment this one out as well. Comment out, delete it. No, what other output did I have? Hi Zez, hi Zez. Okay, you are here. You're using Linux. Okay, good. And I guess you're using Bash, right? And then you can use my system. The system is on a web page, so I'll give you the URL. But that what is on the web page just is something that rereads sources, you know, env.source files when they are in the directory. For example, if I type PE, it tells me that it sources this, followed by that, followed by that, followed by that. And why does it do that? Because my current directory is this. And this is the current directory. And it finds backwards to its root all the files that are called env.source. So it simply checks the current directory. Is there an env.source? Yes, okay. Then we go one directory down, the parent directory. Is there an env.source? Yes, okay, and so on. All the way up till the root. But there is no env.source in home Carlo, nor in home, nor in root. These are all the ones that it finds, and then it sources them from the shortest path to the longest path. What is in those files, however, is not on the web page, and that is, well, also a whole system that I'm using. And I don't think that you have PE either. So let's say we do which PE. That is an alias. Yeah. P is current directory, while forever, I guess. Do E is so the environment things and the current directory, the path and the source, and if it exists, well, then print it. And then as long as we are not equal to the root, P becomes a parent directory of itself. Yeah, now we loop. So it's a simple bash alias that finds these things in order to print them, the PE thing. Now we do which resource. Resource is a bash function that I defined, which calls, among others, cdeh rebuild source dirs, remove something, etc. I think these are part of the system that is on the website. So you can do, I can print them, which that is another bash function that does, well, magic. Okay, so let's not get into it. The other one. What is important to know, however, is that this is then the actual resource. What is important to notice is that the system is storing the whole environment, so that if you add anything and then leave the directory, you lose the environment as well. It's a complete reset. Yeah, so for example, I don't have a foo here. I can set a foo. Now I have a foo. If I then go on down, environment changed from, then the environment changed because we left a directory that contained an env.source file. Okay, so this because this directory contained an env.source file, we changed environment. But that should have reset the whole environment to what? Yeah, we don't have a foo anymore now. So it's empty. Now, if you go back into this directory, it still doesn't have a foo, because now it just sourced those env.source files. It does not restore the foo. So the foo is still gone. So you can set temporarily environment variables, but the only ones that are persistent are the ones that you define in env.source. Now, for example, repo base is being set here, then obviously it ends on Vulkan pipeline analysis. If we go one down, then it no longer ends on pipeline analysis, because now repo base is defined by, well, probably the one in this directory or env.source. Repo base, yeah. So now it's defined by this one, this env.source file. And if now I go back in here, then of course repo base is again that, because yeah, I just reloaded this env.source file, so and that sets it. So in order to have a persistent environment, I add everything to my env.source files, which can be pretty difficult at some point. You can of course add whatever you want, and I have a whole system where S prints all the sources of the current project, where repo base is pointing to the base of the repository. S is printing all the sources in the whole project. PRS is more limited, just prints the project sources. I always have an alias for VI, which uses its own tags path as a function of the repo base as well. Okay, but you will have to figure that kind of thing out yourself, or you can ask me, of course. I'll give you the URL so you can set that up first and then play with it. That URL is, let me go, I think it is somewhere in my home directory. It's this one. Hello, Anonymous. I think the example is, let's see, detailed description, it should still be reasonably up to date. This is just an example, you can skip that. I'm not using this stuff anymore. You still see repo base here, top, okay, most of these things I might still be using. But, well, you can make up something yourself. It's an old example, I guess. So this is describing what you should do to set it up. Just this. So I have set my CDH route as well. I have set it to opt CDH. So if you look in that directory, all my history files go here, and these three are copied from the web page. Those are these three. You see, it's the same thing. And these links are just downloaded. So you click on them and you download them and you put them in an empty directory. You also make that the history file with this mode. That mode, and then you have to add to your bash.rc file this. And then it should work. And then if you want to have a separate history for a certain directory, you have to type in add history in that directory, and then it starts recording a new history. And every time you enter that directory, you have your own history file. So I add history to my path. I put it in use a local bin just as a symbolic link to the CD root add history. So I can just type add history here and then it will work. And yeah, it's everybody in the world, the whole humanity should be using this, really. Thank you for calling it genius, but it is at least extremely productive. Very, very handy. And it's kind of amazing that I'm the only one in the world, more or less, that is using this, I think. Or so it seems. My system includes that every project I can configure by running configure. So I don't have to remember anything. I just type configure to configure the project, which then depends the project when the project is determined by my path. Oops, which configure? So usually configure is this function, which now also has grown over the years to become very general. And using repo base again, and I'm using this variable here, the CMake configure options. for, let's say, every project that depends on CMake sets this. So I do that in IntervalSource. Say I go to Linux viewer. It's a different project. Oh. Oh. Well, not much. You can put more into that. I think that configure is also the same, right? Well, I didn't have any reason to change it. I'm even still inside the Linux viewer. I probably have to change the directory to something completely different to get other results. But okay. I think I recently changed it to an array. That was necessary when I tried out code blocks. So now it automatically detects that I use code blocks and then makes it work for that as well. This is kind of my IDE, I guess. this system that I'm using here. All those bash functions. Okay. What was I doing? I just changed to div again. Alright, so let's commit this. Maybe I'm gonna quit again for today. No, I'm not happy with this resize here. What is wrong about that? On the other hand, it just... Yeah, it's like a new vector with default constructed elements. So I guess it's okay. No, it's not. That's the point. It's not a new vector. The danger is that it would resize something that already exists, and then I call randomize on it, but then references might still be screwed up. I'm not happy with it. I don't know, it doesn't feel right. Let me change that. Post Bunny, I'm so going to make hot chocolate. Immediately after I committed this. I will. The rest it looks okay, doesn't it? Yeah, well, okay. So GPS, find the resize, and I'm going to delete all of this. I need that. Or I could clear it. Maybe I could clear it and then resize it. That would destruct or ever. Yeah, maybe that's better than looking less silly. Let's put it that way. Do this destructs everything. Then I don't have any references anymore, and then I can do resize whatever I want. Don't have any references anymore anyway. I'm not aware of ever having said it differently. Hot chocolate milk. Did I pronounce that differently before? In Dutch it is warme chocolademelk. There was one other thing before I want to commit it. What was that other thing? I want to change the number of stages back, I think. Yeah, that was the other thing. Then you didn't hear me right, because I always put it at the end. I would never say hot chocolate. That makes me nauseous thinking about it. I think of pure chocolate and then melting it and then drinking that. It's really, that's such a nasty thought. Gotta have milk with it, otherwise it's undrinkable. The idea to drink molten chocolate. Horrible. think I'm seeing a 1 at the top now. No, still 0. Wait, this one to 7. The top here is 117. 1. I think we are halfway to incrementing. It's hard to read. Very hard to read, yes. Man, why is it jumping up so much? I think that... I think I'm gonna let it run till we have here 1. It's 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. Now this 7 becomes, is it? Now it's, sorry, it already became 7. So now we got to run here again to almost. I think we're around. 7 goes away. Yep, -1. Now something should have changed, right? This is also okay. I'm gonna stop it. We'll never know what changed. Maybe just this empty thing was added. That is very possible. I don't think you can scroll up till where it was still -1. That goes way too fast. Nope. Yeah, you'll never hear of those people again that were watching and couldn't stand. Maybe I should have won in advance. Bugs Bunny is gonna figure out what I said. Anonymous is using ChatGPT. You got caught red-handed. Tell me you didn't ask ChatGPT. I kind of recognize the way ChatGPT talks. Seriously? I said that? Okay, well, mistake. What chocolate? Maybe I repeated what you said. Yeah, I think that's the reason then. You said... Can't find it back. Yeah, no, you said not enough hot chocolate milk. You said milk yourself. It cannot be that I just repeated what you said. I'm so going to make. Now I have to go back and listen to my own stream, because maybe I just swallowed the milk and I'm just very, very faint to hear it. Okay. Yeah, you're right. There was very clearly no milk there. Oh, amazing. Did already committed because now it's time for hot chocolates. Yeah, no milk. Getting get status. We have a binding here. No, now if only I was being paid for this, but I'm not. Maybe we should write to Nestle. Say, hey, you want to keep us talking about hot chocolate milk? Pay up. Git add binding.cpp. I must say I use a different brand. I'm using Albert Heijn brand. Hello, Amol. What to do? Commit minus A. Everything. Yeah. Clean. I want to see clean. Yeah, clean. Hot chocolate milk time. Okay. Put off my headphones. Let's take the pea soup back. More pea soup. Water. Any more water? Hot water. So now all we need is cooking for water, boiling water. Knock knock. What do you mean who's there? Yeah, it's 10 p.m. so I stopped coding. But while I'm drinking chocolate milk, I have to stay here. So you know what that means. Owls who? No, not second. Oh. Chess. Light chess. Oh. Let's play Italian. All the kids play Italian. What is that? It's not Italian. My castle he takes, I go here. He threatens to take my bishop, I guess. I just take this pawn? No, I don't. Also not have to retreat. Defense, no, it's not good. It's not good. Could go stand here. 1-2 against 1-2. Might also not really work. So he probably does castles if we do that. I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay. The water is boiling like crazy. Castle, yeah. Yeah. Hungry shark. Guy riding a shark in Hungry Shark. Makes that noise. What shall we do next? I'm just gonna go for it. Go for it, baby. Oh yeah. So, what's a guy called that says, oh yeah, baby. I say it wrong, but. What is he called? Nobody knows. Come on. Of course you know. I mean, I don't know, otherwise I would have said it. I see him for me, it's from a movie. It's from persiflage, I don't know what is in English, on James Bond-ish. Okay, that looks like a pawn that I can take, and then he takes back. Yeah. Let me just take it. Yep. And then I take, and then he feels like taking back, and then I threaten mate, and then he has to move this pawn up, which doesn't help me much. I feel heavy underdeveloped here, kind of. Okay, I'm not down yet, so let's just do this, because hands up, I give up. My attack was nonsense, I have to develop. Everything is blocked here. My bishop can't go out, my knight can't go out. I'm still not drinking hot chocolate milk. Now this guy is thinking, oh, I'm winning, I'm better developed, so do I want to exchange queens? No, I don't. Very hot chocolate milk. Okay, I'm still way down in development. But at least I won't go mate the next 5 moves. I guess I could move this pawn one up and put my bishop there and then exchange that bishop. Couldn't I? Wouldn't it be a good move? We are playing against Yoluan Ba. I feel I have to win this. Okay, it's pretty annoying. Pretty annoying. Okay, you can take my knight. I prefer development over an isolated double pawn, or not having an isolated double pawn. Of course he's going to take my knight. It would be silly not to. Okay, he's silly. Maybe not that silly, because attacking my pawn. I could move my king up to protect it. Ah, great. Now my knight is even pinned. Can you imagine what will happen if I develop? I mean, I'm still holding, so if I develop, I'm gonna win. Nah. It's a tactic, I think. I just make him lose on time by thinking, what the how on earth? I have to win this. It's impossible that some of the white plays like that and not loses. I think he's gonna play his rook there. No, he doesn't. And what is he gonna do there? Check this twice. Then I can just move this one up, because he's not attacking my pawn anymore. He cannot go there. My bishop looks at that square. He wants to double the rook. Oh, oh, that's what he wants to do. Double the rook. Yeah, totally true. Random move. No, where's your rook? Come on with the rook. Double the rook. See if I care. I'm totally lost, but that makes him think longer. There's the rook. Okay, now what shall we do? Give away the pawn, I think. There's no other way to do this. Oh, no, I still want to take the double pawn. Yeah, I got to admit, you got me there. I could take here and take back. I'll develop my knight. He doubles again. And then I lose that pawn. No, I go here. Threaten to take there. He takes there, I take here, I give check, I go up, I check again, I go up again. He takes this pawn. Oh, that's not good. But I have to develop somehow. Okay. Now I have less time than this guy. I thought that was a good place for my knight on the edge. Pretty aggressive. Absolutely. Now we both have 26 seconds. King is in not very good position. Let's move up. So I'm still on the same line as this. Well, now I can no longer go forward. I don't know what he's planning. I just have to move. I just have to move. In the tone of what was it called? American Psycho. I just have to kill a lot of people. No, I have to go away again. He's starting to move faster and faster. I should have moved this pawn up, I think. Well, not anymore. As long as I'm not suddenly going mate, it's not a problem. He's defending it. Defend that. He's not defending it. Okay, thank you very much. I think this guy is really nervous in terms of losing on time. He's not used to playing within 3 seconds or something. Thank you, I'll take it. Thank you very much. He's so losing on time. It's even I really feel bad for this guy. Oh, I give away a rook. Shit. Oh well, no problem. He just gives check. I don't threaten anything. Yeah, that's what I mean. Now what? I have a lot of rooks. I mean, a lot of pawns. Yeah, thank you very much. Let's promote with a pawn, something. Okay, he wants to have that one. I think I'm gonna move this one up. I think he saw it. He's going after my pawns. Oh no, he's going after my pawns. Bing! Oh, he keeps playing. Crossing. Interesting. It's not intense at all. It just he couldn't play anymore. He just started to give everything away. Julie Wamba lost the game. Boys Bunny, who the fuck is that? Oh, I guess I'll accept it. What does this mean? 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. All green ones. Why? White begins post. Ah, okay, that was good. That was the hot chocolate milk. And Post Bunny still didn't move, so I guess I'm gonna go offline and do something else. It's not starting. Oh. You get another chance to challenge me. I'll give you a chance to figure it out while I do another game. Maybe it's my internet. It is my internet. Yeah, it doesn't work on your side, I think. Does it? Or do you not? Did you see me do a e4 or not? I think my internet's pretty good because I have an excellent connection to YouTube. Maybe Light Chess has a difficulty. Yes, you're black. You re-challenged me. I moved. I'm waiting for you to move. And then they tell you to be nice in chat. Holy fuck. Oh, have fun. You did move. Well, I'm not seeing it. So it doesn't work. Sorry, it does not work. Let me try if it works if I challenge someone else. You see, I do create game and nothing happens. I think there's something wrong with my interface. Let's restart it. Now it works. Okay, challenge me again. I just restarted the whole thing. I don't know how to challenge you. Just no idea. Try not to give away piece in the first 10 moves. Oh, another pawn move. A very weak square here. I'm gonna run to its weak square. Yep, I reached it. The weak square here is now mine. It says my name written on it. Now I want to put a knight here. How to do that? There it is, the knight. The nightmare is there. Okay, so now what shall I do? Develop this bishop. No, that was not the best move. Solidified my c3. It really has my name written on it now. Like really, really, really. No, too late. Thing is mine. Mine alone. Go away with the knight. Oh, maybe that was not the best move. No, that was not the best move. You're doing fine, Boys Bunny. Probably better than Black even. Yeah, that was the move. You're challenging my place here with the... I wanted to have it so much. Now I'm losing my place there. Dang, what to do? Boys Bunny's winning, isn't she? How come you still didn't give away peace? How can I win if you don't give away pieces? Are you sure? I give you a take back opportunity here. Yes. It's a good thing that you saw that your rook was attacked. Probably take this pawn here. Looks like a good move. And then I can take the rook, but then I have such a weak king position. But if I don't, then I'm 2 points behind. So I kinda have to. Yeah, that was a really bad. I give away a knight and move. I even pointed it out. You're not looking at the stream, I think, right? You're not looking at the stream? Okay, now I attack your bishop. I'm also attacking your queen. Do you see that I attack your bishop and your queen at the same time? It has to do with the fact that this knight protects this square here. That's why you're going to lose your queen if you protect the bishop. Okay, I'll tell you. But then you'll lose the bishop. If you move the bishop, I'm going to do this. And then your queen is attacked. And if your queen goes, I give check here and you have to go there. And then I give mate here because she cannot go there with the king. So how do you defend the bend against both things? Defend against the rook going here and protect your bishop. I'm not sure if it helps, but there is a move. Yeah, no, then just move my rook here and we do what he said. Either you lose the queen or you go mate. If you put the bishop one further, then I can no longer put my rook here because the bishop is defending that. Now it's over. So bishop here. It's kind of the only move to not lose the bishop as well. But yeah, I'll just take it and then I do this anyway. Yeah, now you give away your queen. What? Why? That's a full queen? No, it's a rook for a queen, but still. Okay. You want to have this pawn? Okay, you can take it. Take the pawn. Free pawn. Okay. Very good. Aha! I threatened mate in 1, by the way. Again threatened mate in 1. Yes. Otherwise it was made here. Maybe you should have moved the king there, because that costs a rook. Finally! That feeling that wasn't a made in 20, but I made it one. Knight attacks queen and rook. So what do? We give check with the bishop, takes, give check with the queen. Could go to the side, I guess. And then nothing. Can also take with take the pawn with my knight. Then takes a queen. I take a queen with check, followed by taking the knight. That seems good. And if the knight if the queen moves, then I can give double check, or the queen goes one forward. In which case, I can just give check anyway and win the queen. That's not good. Bet this is the move. And it was the move. But now I could take with the bishop, because there, then give check again. It just takes my... No, it's not good. Oh wait, I have a mate here. So bishop it is. Oh, threatened. If the king was going away, I could give check here on g3, and then you have to take, and then queen here mate. So it was kind of forced. I guess now I have to take a check because my queen is still attacked. Yeah, I liked it because I had it right. What is this doing? It's running away from my bishop. Threatening a pawn. I can just take this knight. Or nothing else. I take the knight, I have a knight. Oh no, I lose a queen. Never say never. Yeah, okay, that's bad. Yeah, let's not do that. So I could take the knight if my queen wasn't there. Why not move my bishop one back? Move my bishop one back. If the queen moves, I can... No, the queen takes this pawn. I can still not take the knight, because then the queen and the rook attack my bishop. Okay. This is also very heavily attacked, this pawn. Like, I could move my queen away, then the knight could take this pawn. I don't like that. I put my queen one forward. I attack the queen, so the knight cannot be moved. Otherwise I take the queen. Queen cannot take my pawn. The bishop could still take this pawn though. Or of course the queen could take here and then I take the queen back and then the knight takes the pawn. It's all cases pretty bad. Man, I think the right move here is to resign or something. This pawn is just gone. How can they stop that? Can they simply defend it or something? Not really. Queen here maybe. Defend that, go out of the pinning. Then the knight take this pawn. Could take this pawn, but not happy. I do not see it. I do totally not see it. No. I feel like I have to move my queen though. Is it not an option to go here with the bishop? He takes his pawn and then I could say move my rook one forward. Attacking the queen again. And then what? Queen goes away and then I take the knight. Seems like working. I'm gonna try that. I don't see anything else. Well, I got that one right. So now the idea was to go one forward here. It's kind of the only way to attack the queen. I could go here though. Then the queen will go here because we still want to keep an eye on the bishop here. And I don't have anything. I want forward. Yep, now I can take the knight. Or maybe I can win the queen. We can go not here, not here, not here, not here. Not here, not here, not here. Not here. We can go there, there, and there. That's... I don't see how I can attack all that. I'll just stick here. Yeah, well, that was a difficult one. Difficult. Let's stop. Yeah, I'm gonna sign off. See you tomorrow, peoples. Thanks for the game, Polish Bunny. Should I drink more hot chocolate milk? Can make one more and then take it upstairs. So I'm going to play a little bit on my tablet. Bye bye. Yeah.